Hi, my name's Madison and I'm 9 years old. Why I love and follow Jesus is because he died on the cross for our sins, and not everybody just does that every single day, and he loves us with all our heart, and so I should receive and give the love back to him. He speaks to me is by prayer, because if I pray to him, he'll answer my prayers. How Jesus works in my life is if I'm scared or anxious and have fear, he'll take that fear away from me. But my favorite part of the Bible is when Jesus rose from the dead, because he got all tortured and he died and he rose from the dead, and that was just special, because not everyone just rises from the dead every day. Why it's important that God does miracles is to show love and that he's God. My favorite part about Fusion Kids is probably the fun activities that they put into the Bible story, because it's just not boring, it's fun and creative. Worship, because you get to dance and sing, and we have this little stage in my room and people can go up and dance on it.
Hi, my name is Travis. I am a student here at FSN Youth. Recently, I became a student leader within the past 4 or 5 months or so. Still kind of be half in, half out, not fully committed to it. Over the past 2 months, since God has called me to do ministry and I'm pursuing that, I've definitely become more involved and more committed to it. God speaks to me in a variety of different ways. Sometimes it's through leadership and helping someone. So how I got to decide and be called to being a youth pastor was kind of just through being at the church, being involved. So leading up to youth takeover, there was a lot of prep work that went into it, which for me, that wasn't a big deal. That was just okay, just kind of the building blocks of it. The first service we got up on stage, I was really nervous. I actually ended up speeding through it. It was just kind of a lot of nerves going on, and after the first service I settled in and it was a lot of fun. So far in my life, just really, I've seen God work and bring miracles through my pain of leaving my dad and my siblings on that side of the family, and coming out of that pain into the person I'm becoming today. And God is working in just miracle ways, bringing me closer to all of my family over here, and not even mentioning all the kids that I've helped that have a personal relationship here with the Fusion.
My name's Nicole. I'm 26. I'm part of Fusion Young Adults. I'm also a Fusion youth leader for our students here. And when I think of miracles in motion, I think about how I've seen an ongoing miracle in my life, about how God has just redeemed my identity. I remember when I was a kid, the 2 most dreaded moments throughout my life had to be report card day and parent-teacher conferences. And so I would hate those days, because it would just remind me of how the teacher was gonna say, Nicole can't pay attention in class, Nicole can't focus. I carried that throughout the entirety of my childhood and into my young adulthood. The one thing that I knew that I could do right was I could sing and I could play guitar. As I was growing up through my adolescence, I was always struggling with, what am I gonna do? Life is just so big and I already feel like such a failure. I was 21 at the time, and I said I had a whole life ahead of me, and I feel like there are no open doors. So God sat me in timeout for a while, and he basically told me that I needed to stop driving school so hard, and I needed to just sit with him and be in his presence. And I spent about 4 years just being in his presence. I came to understand that my identity was not in my achievements. I started exploring the idea of what music would look like for me again. After some years of pushing, I came upon Fusion. I was talking to Pastor Harry after worship and prayer on a Wednesday, and we ended up running into Maya and talking about serving, and she goes and she says, "Oh, you sing, right?" And I was like, "How did you know that?" I barely even know you. We did an audition for the worship team for youth, and that was kind of when my serving journey started. The Lord opened more doors and restored my confidence and my hope. So my miracle emotion is really seeing the Lord move mountains and saying that I have purpose and that He's called me to do something unique.